Hello teacher, I am Nguyễn Lê Nhật Ý from Group 5 and today our topic is about perception. This is the table of content and we have 5 learning objectives to discuss. In learning objective 1, we have to know the nature of perception and its relationship to consumer memory and decision. Information processing is a set of actions that include the perception, transformation, and the storage of inputs. In the figure 8.1, the process has 4 steps: arousal, attention, interpretation, and memory. Just picture this: a world brimming with information, but individual can only absorb a fraction of it. This is what we term selective perception. To sum it up, understanding the selective nature of perception and memory is pivotal in marketing. It's a dynamic landscape and we need to navigate it adaptively. For instance, imagine you are scrolling through an online clothing store with hundreds of options. Despite the variety, you tend to focus on items that match your personal style, favorite color, or items that are currently in trend. You may not even notice many other items on the website because you don't align with your preferences. This selective perception influences your purchasing decision.
What is exposure? If an individual or object is situated within a particular setting that leads to their encounter with a certain phenomenon, and this occurrence can be referred as exposure. So, for example, when you go to school and the teacher teach you a lot of knowledge, but sometimes you recognize that you're not focusing on those lectures, and the exposure has taken place in this situation. However, the impact of the lectures is likely to be negligible due to your lack of focus, and the person can only come into the contact with a tiny portion of the stimuli that are accessible. So, what determines exposure? Most of the stimuli to which individuals are exposed are self selected. Most of stimuli that individuals encounter are chosen by themselves. Individuals actively search for the information that they believe will assist them in accomplishing their objectives. So, moving to their selective exposure. Selective exposure is the theory that marketers are really concerned about the significant selectivity of consumer exposure. And this is because if they fail to gain exposure, they miss out on the value opportunities for communication and sales. And the marketers are really concerned about the extent of media exposure. Marketers utilize various media platforms such as television, radio, magazine, and we have new two terms here. So first is zipping. Zipping occurs when one fast forwards through a commercials on a pre-recorded program, and next is the zapping. Zapping involves switching channels when a commercial appears. And finally, we got muting. Muting is turning the sound off during the commercial breaks. Indeed, existing and emerging technologies give the consumer more and more control over exposure to television commercials, and consumers tend to dislike advertising when perceived as boring, informative, and intrusive. However, the marketer has come up with the ideas so the viewers cannot skip or integrate the ads into the broadcast program, and that is why YouTube Premium occurs. The impact implies a crucial indirect influence of infomercial through the word-of-mouth communications. It also emphasized the role that information and relevance play in encouraging voluntary exposure to marketing message. So exposure to online message and advertising can also be a matter of choice or not. And however, if a customer who clicks on a banner or pop-up, they are now willingly being exposed to their target site and its marketing message. The voluntary and self-selected nature of such online offerings where consumers choose to receive email-based promotions is often referred to as permission-based marketing.
Now, moving to learning objective trees, explain attention, the factors that affect it, and the resulting marketing implications. Firstly, let's know more about the definitions of attention. Attention occurs when the stimulus activates one or more sensory receptor nodes, and the resulting sensations is go to the brain for processing. Like In consumer behavior, attentions play a crucial role because it influences what consumer notice, process, and ultimately remember about this brand, these products, and these advertisements. So in here, I give an example of Coca-Cola to attract their customer. Coca-Cola, like they have many memorable advertising campaigns. For example, they have the campaign named Secret Coke. So it will like involve people print their names on the Coke bottles, or they have the sponsorships and the partnerships on the FIFA World Cup or the Olympic Games to attract many people who love sport can know about Coca-Cola. And also they have social media in media engagement, like Coca-Cola maintain a strong presence on social media platforms and engage with consumers through interactive and shareable content. Attention determined by three factors. The first one will be stimulus factors. The second one is individual factors, and the last one is situational factors. In stimulus factors, they have 10 elements which strongly impact on customer attention. We have size, intensity, attractive visual, color and movement, positions, isolations, format, contracts and expectations, inter- interestingness, and the last one will be information's quantity. The size, the bigger the banner or the bigger advertisement will attract people more than the smaller. Like in our Vietnam, we can see that when we move on the road, if we see the bigger advertisement, it will attract our eyes and make we pay attention to it, and we obviously know about this brand. Furthermore, about the attractive visual, many brands like invite influencers, famous people who strongly influence in our Vietnamese cultures to become the brand representative. For example, like the British Hunter, they invite singer Santomem to become the brand representative, or the Bia Laru, they invite Jack, favorite singer too. With the Shopee, they invite Lê Dương Bảo Lâm, and Hiếu Thứ Hai is also the famous comedian after the game show Hai Ngày Một Đêm to become their facial brand. And with the Vinamilk, they invite Jun Phạm, and with the new campaign named Nạp Năng Lượng Giữ Trái Đất Xanh to promote their new product, their new packaging of the Vinamilk. And about the color factors, we can assume that the warm color, such as red, yellows, are more arousing than the cool color like green, blues, and grays. For example, is in the picture. You can see here the panel advertisement between Milo and Ovaltine. Although in at this market, at Vietnamese market, Milo is more popular than Ovaltine. But when we go on the road, we ride a bike, and we see to this advertisement, of course, the red panel advertisement from Ovaltine will be make people pay attention to it more than in the Milo, right?
Situational factors. Situational factors refer to external circumstances that influence people's thought, feeling, and action, shaping their behavior in specific contexts. There are seven main types. First one is physical environment, including location, layout, lighting, temperature, and noise level, can significantly impact people's behavior and mood. Second is the behavior of individual. Is the given situation is influenced by the presence of others, social norms, expectation, and peer pressure. Time, days of a week, or a season can be significantly influence people's behavior. Task characteristics such as complexity, difficulty, and novelty can significantly influence individual motivation, engagement, and performance in an activity. Economic conditions, including income levels, price pricing, discount, and resource availability, significantly influence people behavior and decision making. Culture, cultural and social factors, including value, belief, and norms, can significantly influence people behavior, interactions, and response to different situations. Person factors like age, gender, personality traits, and past experience can interact with situational factors to influence behavior. And last one, marketers must comprehend situational factors to and identify opportunities and challenges in influencing consumer behavior and develop strategy that align with individual need and preferences. Non-focused attention. Non-focused attention is the state of consciousness where attention is relaxed and open, promoting flexibility and expansive viewpoints. Is it beneficial for tasks requiring concentration and problem solving, and it doesn't require a specific task or stimulus. Non-focused attention fosters creativity, insight, and mental breaks, allowing the mind to connect seemingly unrelated ideas. However, it can lead to distractions, decreased productivity, and difficulties completing complex tasks. Is influenced by environment, arousal level, and personal preference. Cultivate in mindfulness and meditation, non-focused attention enhance creativity, problem solving, and openness to the present moment. Balancing focus and non-focused attention leads to a more flexible and enriching cognitive experience.
So now we move to the next part is the interpretations, the factors that affect it, and the resulting marketing implications. Interpretations is generally a relative process rather than an absolute. Often referred to as perceptual relativities, it is often difficult for people to make interpretations in the absence of some reference point. So there are four kinds. First is individual, second situational, third one is stimulus, and the fourth one is the consumer inference. So first is the individual characteristic. For example, some people are known as spectators because they have a higher concentrations of tapers compared to normal people. As a result, they tend to dislike the taste of broccoli because they claim it too bitter. Second one is the situational characteristic like time pressure, mood, number of order, individual presence, and nature of material surrounding the message. For example, is like Nestle. And third one is stimulus characteristic, the size, shape, and color of specific traits of the stimulus that can affect interpretations. While Swiss Miss is not an official sponsor of the Winter Olympics, consumer viewing by the ads might reasonably infer that they were. And the last one is the consumer inference. Uh, Available data and then their own idea to draw conclusions about the information that is not provided. For example, like me, I don't know much about digital video recorder, so when I went to shopping for one, I decided on the model that had the highest price and the best warranty, as well as one that I had seen a lot of advertising for.
Next to the perception and marketing strategy part, marketers use their knowledge of perception to enhance strategies in a number of areas, including retailing, branding, advertising, media selection, and packaging. First, to talk about retailing, retail strategy and marketing strategy are closely intertwined in the world of business. A retail strategy encompasses the overall plan a retailer develops to attract customers, meet their needs, and drive sales. So for the component of retailing, shelf position and amount of shelf space, uh, some component of retailing is first shelf position and the and amount of shelf space, the point of purchase, the cross promotions, the ambience scent. So for retailing, issues surrounding store and shelf location are important determinant of perception. So for example, in Vietnam, some supermarket like they are always important to choose first the store location. Is it like easily to get a car park in motorbike park, and to the shelf, the way they put things on the shelf, they always choose to put like the things that people want to buy the most or some sale stuff in the first area that people come in. Right, example, current retail trends and challenges in Vietnam. So modern retail stores are becoming more popular in Vietnam, but traditional markets still dominate. Challenges include high competition and logistic issues. On the other hand, branding plays a crucial role in shaping consumer perception and is an integral component of a company's marketing strategy. So branding mainly involves selection of brand names and logos. So some component of branding is linguistic considerations, branding strategy, and logo design and typographics. So for branding, issues surrounding the selection of brand names, extensions, and appropriate logos have important implications for perception. So for example, like most in Vietnam, like the way they build up the new company. Usually they call startup. They need to choose the name that sound really catchy, and the logo of them need to like to match to the name, so that when customers talk about the name of the brand, they will visualize about the brand logo, which will help a lot in branding strategy. Of branding, first we have case study one, Vinamilk. Vinamilk's branding success in Vietnam is due to its focus on quality, innovation, and strong marketing strategies that resonate with local consumers. Secondly, case study two, WeChat Air. So WeChat's branding success is attributed to its distinctive and playful yellow and red livery, low fares, and unconventional marketing strategy.
Media strategy. Rihanna used up the Super Bowl to create her own media campaign for the Fenty Grain had reached a large number of target customers. The ads combine music and fashion, adjusting interest from pop industry. Rihanna's social media engagement C2A audience engagement encouraged discussion and opinion. Fenty communication strategy effectively convey the diversity, confidence, and strength of women. Advertising must perform two important tasks: attract attention and convey meaning. The ads feature a pho burger with Australian beef, Vietnamese pho frog, and chicken eggs, attracting attention thanks to its graphic texture. The part yellow text is intended to convey a concise message, appealing to McDonald's localized menu style to appeal to local culinary taste, attracting dinner with Vietnamese flavor. After-sale design is an important factor for users to trust a new product, as is the case with the Kylie Skin frame. Kylie Skin packaging had a sophisticated, luxury design with a simple pink and white tones. It used high-quality material combined with target customer favorite color tone to create an attractive and distinct product experience for women. Packaging with a clear logo and brand name has improved recognizing while providing the most concise and attractive information.
And that is the end of my group presentations, and thank you teacher for listening.